Hello everyone, welcome back to yoga on Wednesday. And I think I might turn on the lights. Actually, you want to turn on the lights for me, Jerry? I totally forgot. It was a little brighter. It does. Yeah, I don't really see until like I can see it on here. All right, thank you. You know, it makes a difference for me. I feel like I see more and stuff, so. All right. Well, we have Carrie here. We have Jerry and Paula, and I'll get it right. It's Connie. Sometimes I call her Anna because that's her sidekick, you know, or to each other. And then we have Mary and we have Sylvia.
Hello.
Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with crown chakra today. So namaste.
Namaste.
All right. As we get started here, let me scoot back just a little bit. You want to get nice and grounded, supported, secure in your seat. I am scooted more towards the front part of my seat just so I can ground my feet. Knee ankles are in alignment. My toes are forward. And once we find this alignment, let's go ahead and just bring our shoulders all the way up to the ears as we inhale and exhale through the mouth. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, shoulders up. And exhale through the mouth. Last one. All right. From there, we're actually going to come to our mudra here. So I like to bring the base of the hands together. Sometimes it's a little bit into the wrist. My pinkies are going to touch. My thumb's going to touch. I'm pressing the base of the hands together. I'm making a nice big lotus flower as best I can. We're going to inhale, bring it up. And you're gonna bring it towards the back. You want it to be right on the crown chakra. So if you feel like a heavy weight here, try and lift just to the horizon. Try and allow the shoulders to relax and elbows to open. We're still keeping that crown chakra flower open here. You're gonna just soften the eyes and we're just gonna come into deep breaths of alignment. You might imagine that the breath moves through the crown down to the base of the spine and then back up through the crown. So maybe inhaling upward and exhale, drawing that energy back down to our seat. As we find this breath and energy moving through the body, we're going to come into our silent mantra. I am aware, I am connected, I am complete. I am aware, I am connected, I am complete. I am aware, I am connected, I am complete. Now, as you exhale that last breath, let's go ahead and close those palms. Inhale, bring it up. And as we exhale, it's the sound ha. So we'll do it 3 times ha, and then 3 times we're going to do it as a whisper and 3 times quiet. So we'll start here. Inhale. Ha. Now it's a whisper. Now the next 3 times, it's silent. You're still whispering it inside, but without noise. Last one. And release down. I am going to scoot back just so you have a better visual of what we're doing here. All right, getting grounded. I'm still towards the edge of my seat. Let's go ahead and inhale, bring those palms all the way back up. Maybe we bring the gaze up. Let's exhale, find a twist, sweep the arms down until you have support, whether it be leg and chair, or wherever you find that support. Relax the shoulders, look to the side, and then gently release that forward. Inhale through center, bring it up. And exhale, glide open to the opposite side for your twist. Again, you could come to the hand laterally to the side, to the chair. You're relaxing the shoulders, looking to our side, possibly behind us, and then gently release. Let's inhale. We're going to move with the breath now. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, twist. Release. Inhale, coming through center. Exhale, open to the opposite side. Release. Inhale through center. Exhale, open to the side. Release. Inhale through center. Exhale, open to the side. Gently release. Let's inhale through center, bring it up. And exhale, bring it all the way back down to the heart. Let's take the hands onto our knees. I like to hang on to the kneecaps, so when I come into cat, I can really stretch through my shoulders, hanging on. So let's just take a nice deep breath, relaxed. Torso full, and exhale, cat. Inhale, let's find that expansion, extending the spine the opposite way. And exhale, contract. Inhale, expansion. And exhale, contract. Let's find two more at your own breath rate. So you find those deep breaths, find the expansion and the contraction. I'm going to do one more. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. From here, let's go ahead and heel toe, some openness. I am going to come further back in my chair so I have plenty of support here. So I'm going to come about mid-chair because I don't want to lean back quite yet. I want to lengthen through my back. Let's find knee, ankle support here. And while we find it, we're going to come right into goddess. So that's hinge the elbows, palms forward. Let's inhale, draw those elbows back without dipping through the low back. So think of the navel tucking in, lengthening through that flat back, and we find the shoulders squeezing back. Let's go ahead and exhale, bring it together, palms touch, and then zip down, press the elbows together, keep the elbows lifted up off the chest. Let's go ahead and inhale, open back up. And exhale, bring it back together. Inhale, opening. And exhale, bringing it together. Inhale, open. And exhale, bring it together. Last one, let's inhale, open. And exhale, bring it together. Inhale, open, extend through the arms, warrior two. While we extend to warrior two, let's go ahead and flip the palms up. Inhale, warrior one arms. Exhale, twist to one side. Let's take whatever side we've moved to, the hand that's mostly in center or medial part of the body, extend forward while keeping the other arm raised up. Let's go ahead and inhale, bring that arm up, unwind, come to center. Exhale, you're twisting the opposite way. You're going to take a breath or two here. And then that inside arm extends forward, keeping that other arm up. And let's go ahead and bring it up. Inhale and exhale, release. Whew. Bring the shoulders around a few times. A lot of arm, shoulder work there for a moment. And if you brought them around, maybe bringing it the opposite way. And as we do, let's go ahead and just rest the hands, rest the elbows, relax the shoulders. Drop the chin slightly, lift through the crown space. Remembering that's the back of the head and on top as it lifts up towards the ceiling. Draw the abs in. Let's go ahead and exhale, tilt the ear towards the shoulder. And then let's inhale back through center. Exhale, tilting the ear to the opposite shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, release. Inhale, center. And exhale, release. Inhale, center. Exhale, release to that first side we started from. And now release chin rolling forward to center chest. Nice and slow. Keep the shoulders relaxed, the elbows soft. Let's inhale to neutral. Neutral gaze. Exhale, ear towards the opposite shoulder. Take a breath here. And then release the chin, moving downward towards the chest until you find your chin center chest. And then maybe squeeze those shoulder blades back. Draw the elbows towards the waist and back. Just a gentle squeeze down and back towards each other. And then gently release that as you bring the face forward. Now, if you're too much on the chair and it's too much to extend one leg, you can always bring yourself just a little bit more forward. You find what's comfortable and supportive for you. I'm coming a little bit forward, so I feel my sitting bones right there at the seat. I'm going to extend through one leg. So we just went from the knee ankle alignment and extension. I still have a soft knee. My foot is completely on the ground. Let's go ahead and come back into that warrior two alignment. And then let's bring the gaze over the bent knee side. We're gonna find 3 deep breaths here. Try to find length in the spine where you feel it stacking, strong arms, strong lower portion as we press into the ground. And now as you exhale, we're going to come into reverse warrior. So the leg that is lengthened, bring that arm down. The arm that we're looking to, flip the palm up. Let's hinge forward towards that side. And then inhale, take it up. Now for right now to start off with, let's just reach up. My other arm could reach down, or I can use it right behind me and put my hand on that chair for support. If you want that support, keep your hand there. If you want to bend further into this, you're still open forward, but you can start to reach over to the side now, and I'm still supporting my hand with the chair here. Let's find one more breath, possibly looking up if we can. And slowly come out of that, come back into warrior two stance here. From our warrior two stance, we're going to take it now to our side angle. So the hand that we were looking to bring it down, bent elbow on top of that supportive leg, and then bring that opposite arm straight up, lengthening up and over. You can choose here with the hand forward with me, or you can rotate the palm towards you and continue to extend on that side of the body by allowing that arm to come over. Let's find one more breath here. And inhale all the way back to those warrior two arms, and let's bring the gaze over there for just one breath. And exhale, soften down, bring the gaze back forward. Let's go ahead and bend that knee. From there, where we have bent knee alignment, let's take hands. I like to rotate my fingers in the inside, elbows on the outside. So I'm going to lengthen, flatten the back. I'm going to use strong legs as I hinge forward here with a lengthened back. My arms might be taking some of the weight. Let's inhale and just bring it back up. And you're looking for that flat back so that you're getting into more of the low back and the glutes here as we hinge forward and down. And then inhale, take it back up. Exhale, hinging forward and down. And inhale, take it back up. Now from that point, the opposite leg, you're just gonna take it from that point and extend straight out. So we still have that alignment. I'm still with a soft knee and my sole of the foot all the way on the ground. Let's take it now to those warrior two arms. Relax the shoulders, torso lengthen, abs drawn in. Let's take the gaze over to the side with a bent knee. And you're gonna find 3 deep breaths here. Now I've had my 3 deep breaths. I'm gonna relax that arm that's behind me that I'm not looking to. Maybe I grab that chair for the support. I'm gonna look back to the fingers I'm looking to. I'm gonna flip the palm up, hinge that way for a moment, and then I'm gonna draw it up and over. I am using my hand for support behind me on that chair. I am lengthening here. We're just lengthening up. You can always pause and just stay right here. You can even bring the gaze forward if that's where you're at today, or you can sweep over and continue to lift the gaze up towards the ceiling. Let's come into another breath here. And we're going to inhale. You're coming slowly out of that. Let's come back into those warrior two arms. From warrior two arms here, we're gonna look back over to that side, taking a breath, and then bring the gaze to neutral. We're gonna take our side angle. So the hand we were looking to now becomes the bent elbow, forearm on that grounded leg, and then lifting that other arm up. You can rotate palm facing forward with you. You're stacking shoulders, you're lengthening through that side body. You can look up. You can look straight forward, or you can take that hand palm overhead and continue to stretch all the way overhead. Let's find a couple more breaths. And let's press back up nice and slow. Take it back to warrior two. Take your gaze there for just a breath. And exhale, soften, release down. Let's bring that leg back. So once I have that leg back, I'm actually going to scoot further back into my chair because I want to use the legs. We've used a lot of upper body. We have used some of the lower body, but let's get more into the lower body. So knee ankle alignment, knee to second, third toe, hands in front. Same thing, we're gonna hinge at the hips, flatten the back, let the elbows be out to the side, and then you're gonna press yourself up so you're lifting those glutes about an inch or two off the chair. From here, you're just gonna pause and bring up all 10 toes. So balls of the feet are in the ground, heels are to the ground, but you're lifting all 10 toes. Another option here is to bring hands on top of the knees. We are gonna sit it back down, so I'm bringing my hands back to the chair, and let's go ahead and gently release the toes, release the glutes, sweep those hands back, maybe to the back bottom of the chair, hang on to the back, and point the toes in our straddle pose. So really just tightening those legs, all the muscles squeezing the bone, and let's release back down. Soles of the feet plant, back in alignment, sweep the hands forward, hinge forward on the exhale, and inhale, press into the chair. Pause there, take a nice deep breath. Your feet are nice and grounded, toes are grounded. Let's look to one side and see if we can bring the knee towards the toes on that side. And then you're gonna slowly come back to center. Let's look to the opposite foot and slowly bring the knee to the tips of the toes on the opposite side. And then gently come back into center. Take one breath here. And let the exhale seat you back down. From there, sweep the hands back behind us again, this time dorsiflexion. So that means I'm just extending through the heels. My toes are pointed towards my shins. And we'll go ahead and release that. Sweep the hands back forward, get grounded into the feet, find that alignment, hinge forward on the exhale, and inhale, lift the glutes. From here, let's lift one heel. So you're just lifting one heel, whether it's barely off the ground or you lift all the way to the ball of the foot. Let's go ahead and release that one heel down. We're gonna look to the other side and try and lift that opposite heel up. And after one breath of that heel lifted, bring it down. Let's go ahead and release the glutes down. Sweep the arms back. And let's come back to pointed toes. Take a breath and exhale, soften down. Find alignment, sweep the hands forward, hinge forward, and inhale, lift the glutes. From this point, while we're nice and stable, let's see if we can lift both heels coming up. And let's see if we can find 2 breaths while both heels are lifted. Let's relax those heels and soften those glutes right back down. Sweep those hands back. We want to inhale and extend through the heels now, having the toes point towards us. Take a breath and release down. We only have one more. So bringing those hands forward, hinging forward again, and inhale, lift the glutes. Now you decide this time whether hands stay on the chair, or maybe you check it out how it feels to have hands on the upper legs, the knees, above the knees. You're just pausing here whether hands are on the chair or the knees. And if you did have your hands on the knees with me, let's go ahead and bring it back down to the chair. So all of us are at the chair now. Take one more breath. And exhale, soften the glutes down. With this one, we get to extend through our 5-pointed star. So let's go ahead and point those toes. And then think of the arms extending, the fingers, even widen out your fingers. Extend from your core. So think of the core as your gut here, and you're extending and expanding out while simultaneously really connecting with our tissue by feeling that strength and that contraction. Let's go ahead and release that. Bring heel toe. We're gonna come back to hip width distance apart. And while we're hip width distance apart, let's add 2 things if we can. Our stability block, ball, pillow, cushion, whatever you have at home. Improvise. You're just looking to find something that works between the legs to contract those inner thighs to lead to more support in our pelvic floor. So as we contract our inner thighs, you're also supporting the pelvic floor because it naturally will contract with those inner thighs. So feet are grounded. Let's go ahead and take the belt. And remember, belt is not always necessary. For those at home that have really stiff shoulders, maybe just try and do some of the motion that we're talking about. So I'm gonna spread wide on the belt. We're gonna inhale, and I'm just gonna start off with an inhale and a coming back a little bit. Now I feel it in my arms, my biceps, my triceps, and my shoulders and my chest here, and even between my shoulders and the back. Let's go ahead and exhale and just gently release forward and down. So we're looking just for sensation here. I'm gonna tighten up a little bit, doesn't mean you have to, but you're looking for a little bit of sensation as you draw it back. You want to feel a little bit of stretch. Just don't overdo it. Take a breath. And let's exhale and release forward and down. So that one felt a little tight for me. I'm gonna release a little bit more because I want to eventually bring it all the way back. So I'm inhaling, and then as I exhale, I might be drawing it back a little bit more. And then let's inhale back up and over, and exhale, release forward and down. Now you could just stay with the sensation and just bring it up like I did. The next 3, I'm gonna move into the full stance. So it's up, around, back, and down. Remember, you don't have to do this. So stay where you're at. Inhale, take it back up. And exhale, you're releasing forward and down. So remember, you could stop at that first spot where we're just feeling sensation. You're still breathing with us as we inhale and as we exhale. And then we're inhaling back up and exhaling forward and down. Last time for the whole thing. Inhale up, exhale back up and over behind us, and inhale, let's take it up. Pause there. Exhale, look over the shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, look over the opposite shoulder. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, let's release that belt. All right, as we release the belt, and move through those shoulders a few times. We're doing a lot of arms and shoulders. We're gonna add the legs to this next one. So right now we're just gonna move into a spinal balance, which means one leg's going to lengthen all the way out and the opposite arm is going to raise the hand. So let's go ahead and start off with that, where you're lengthening one leg, raising the hand of the opposite, and then bring it down. On the other side, opposite leg to opposite arm. And release down. Inhale this time. If you had dorsiflexion with me, let's go ahead and point the toes. If you had the opposite, just do the opposite. And release down. Inhale, extend. And exhale, release. We're going to add to this. Let's inhale, bring both arms up. Let's exhale and twist to the lengthened leg side. Inhale, take it up. And exhale, release everything coming down. That's a lot of work. Let's inhale, rise up. Exhale, twist that same direction. The leg is extended. Inhale, take it back up. And exhale, release. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, extend. Exhale, twist and open. Inhale, forward and center. And exhale, release. Inhale, extend. Exhale, twist, open. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, release. Inhale, extend. This is our last set. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back up. And exhale, release. Last one. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open and back up to center. And exhale, release. All right, let's go ahead and move that blocker ball, whatever we had. Oh, my room's heating up. I don't know if you guys feel the same, but whew, it's moist.
Turn on the fan. You want to turn on a fan?
Oh, go ahead, turn on a fan, because
Well, there's one there and there's one back there. Which one should we turn on?
anyone you want to.
Okay. In other words, it's mine.
That's right. You can do it,
Thanks for
Harry.
volunteering.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
My cats fall down.
It's okay. We enjoy that you took so much effort for us. All right. Let's get grounded again in the feet. We're just going to move into our partial sun salutation, our Namaskar A, I believe. Let's go ahead and inhale. Bring it up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, let's move root to rise, lengthening back up. And exhale, palms together, hands to heart. Inhale, let's take it up. Exhale, back into forward fold. Now this time, bring hands on top of knees, pull elbows in. Inhale to half back. Exhale, folding back over the lap. The next breath, inhale, root to rise, so lengthening through the back, lifting the arms all the way back up and over. And exhale, palms together, hands to heart. Inhale, let's take it up. Exhale, forward fold. And we're gonna do that same combo. So once you're forward fold and you exhale, bring hands up to above the knees, pull elbows in. You're still rounded. Let's inhale, press into above the knees, just coming into a flat back and lifted up slightly off our lap. And then exhale, allow yourself to round back over the lap. On the next inhale, we're lifting back up through a flat back, and then we're gonna lift the arms all the way up. And exhale, palms together, hands to heart. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, let's take it up. Exhale, forward fold. Sweep hands to above the knees, pull elbows in. Inhale to half back. Exhale to round over. Inhale, root to rise, lengthening all the way up and over. And exhale, palms together, hands to heart. Inhale, let's take it up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come to above the knees, pull the elbows in. Inhale, half back. Nice deep breath. Exhale, fold back over. Inhale, root to rise, lengthening all the way back up. And exhale, bring it all the way back to the heart. All right. From there, we started off this afternoon with moving in the ha out. So now we're going to take that energy back in. So instead of moving through center up, we're going to move through center down, wrapping around. Inhale, draw it up as if you're gathering the energy. And let's come back to ha. Ha. Inhale, wrap around. Exhale, ha. Inhale. Ha. Now we're going to whisper it. Inhale. Last one with the whisper. The next 3 is silent, but saying it inside. Last one to gather all that energy. And let's go ahead and pause at the heart space. As we pause, let's go ahead and release the hands, grab a hold of elbows, extend the elbows from shoulders. As we do that, pull elbows to one side. As you pull to that side, you're feeling the stretch. Let's look over the opposite shoulder. Taking a breath, and then you're bringing it back through center. So keep the head gaze here in center. You're going to pull those elbows now to the other side, and then look over the shoulder. And let's gently release back in center. We're going to do it again if I don't sneeze. Now bring those elbows to the side, look over the shoulder, take a breath. And gently move it through center. So we're starting to smooth it out where we're bringing elbows to one side and just gently looking over the opposite shoulder. We're going to do it one more time on each side. So allow the gliding now. Allow it to move more gently, softly. And let's bring it through center again. And we're going to bring it all the way over to the other side. And now let's come to center. So more than likely you're used to this hand the way it is. So let's make sure we do it the opposite way. I just moved it. So now it feels kind of funny. Should feel funny. You still have a hold of those elbows, but you crisscross the arms the opposite way you're not used to. Let's go ahead and inhale and see if we can get that above the head. And it's okay if chin grew into chest there for a moment. You're gonna lift the chin off the chest once you have those arms overhead. Maybe they're back behind us or just right on the crown or even forward slightly. We're just trying to lengthen through the body here. And here, the sides of the body are really lengthening, not just the torso. So let's find 2 more deep breaths. And let's gently release that. As we release to our sides, I'm going to grab a hold of the chair to my sides, roll my shoulders back and down, and just grab a hold so that my shoulders are pulling slightly back, slightly down. I feel a lift in my chest. I'm going to really draw the abs in to strengthen my abs and to lengthen my torso. Now let's look over one shoulder. And then bring the chin down, looking down beside you. Inhale back, looking over that shoulder. Exhale through center, so through the horizon. You're going to inhale, look over the opposite shoulder. As you exhale, dip the chin down and see if you can look beside you. Inhale, lifting the chin back over that shoulder. And exhale through center. We'll do this one more time for each side. Inhale over shoulder. Exhale, dip the chin down, look to your side. Inhale back over the shoulder. And exhale through center, horizon. Inhale, looking over that other shoulder. Exhale, let the chin dip. Let yourself look down to your side. Inhale back over the shoulder. And exhale, forward horizon. Let's go ahead and interlace those fingers. We're staying stable in the lower half of the body by pressing down and being active in our legs. So let's press and just remember to be active in the legs by pressing into the soles, drawing in the navel, and then let's just open the elbows, open the arms, bring the gaze forward. Take a nice deep breath through the torso, and let's exhale, chin into chest. Let the elbows move forward. Lend weight to the head with the hands and the elbows. Relax both shoulders. Now on your next inhale, we'll open and expand. So on the next inhale, let's open wide, lift our chin up, lift our gaze, expand through the chest and torso. And let's exhale, bring the chin back down and in, elbows forward and down. Really feeling it in the upper torso. Let's inhale, expand and lift. Opening through the heart space. And exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, expand. Let's open through the third eye space. Maybe bringing the gaze up. And exhale again, chin into chest, elbows forward and down. Inhale, expand, lifting up. Think of the crown expanding here on this one. And exhale again, allowing yourself to come forward. And as you release forward, chin into chest, let's release the hands all the way back down to the kneecaps. We're going to finish off with our elephant cow only 3 times. So let's start off with our cat. I meant elephant cat. So squeeze the navel back, round and scoop through the abs. And then as you come forward, you're already stable. So allow the knees to open, stay stable on the lateral side of the foot, and expand, hinge forward, expand through the torso like you would cow through the trunk of the body. And let's exhale, take it back to stability in our cat posture. Extending back in cat. Let's find that openness in our elephant as we inhale through the trunk. And exhale, stability as we take it to the back. Last elephant, inhale, expanding. And last cat, exhale. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. All right, it's ready for Yoga Nidra. Let's get down and comfortable into our space that we can relax. If we happen to be in an office chair today, maybe they're at the office working, This is your time, your space for the next 10 to 15 minutes to relax and bring it all back to yourself. All right, so over here at the Senior Center, we have lots of options. We have our chair we can sit into. And if you happen to be sitting in a chair like I am, I'm gonna scoot back a little bit. You're gonna allow your shoulder blades, hopefully you have that chair with the back, you allow your shoulder blades to relax into a supportive surface. Allow the glutes to be supported by your chair as well. Maybe a little rounding in the back to relax. And then you're gonna let the legs be open, the knees be soft and bent. I like to say palms face up. I rest them on my lap. And when it comes to the full yoga nidra here, when we start to move into it, you're gonna let the chin come down into the chest. And then you're just gonna bring that breath in and out of the nose. Those of us at home, maybe you're getting to lay down on a couch or an easy chair or possibly our bed, you could come into the full Shavasana pose, which is just a relaxive surface that allows you to have comfort, allows you to relax into the earth or surface below you so that you can completely let go and that you feel comfortable enough to be here with us for at least 10 to 15 minutes as we relax. So wherever we're at here, we're looking to find that relaxation. We're looking to feel supported. You might be moving around still, maybe fingers and toes. You want to make sure your joints feel supported, that you feel comfortable here. And as you find that support and comfort, you're starting to bring the breath in and out of the nose. Right now, you're just noticing the breath. Notice where the breath enters the body, feeling into the cool air that enters. And notice when you exhale that it's warm, moist air. Noticing your breath as it moves in and out of the body. And as you notice, you're relaxing the abs. They might rise and fall with the breath naturally. The legs release, the upper torso relaxes. Even the back of the head relaxes. And as you feel a little more relaxed, we're coming to our Sankalpa, our silent mantra. And just repeating with our breath, I am aware, I am connected, I am complete, I am aware, I am connected, I am complete. I am aware. I am connected. I am complete. And now as we breathe, as we inhale, entering the body from the toes this time, from the toes to the feet that expand and continue through the ankles. And as you feel the exhale coming, you relax back through the ankles, feet, and toes. You might think of the wave of breath here as we inhale back through the toes, feet, ankles, all the way up to the knees. Feeling that gentle expansion, As you exhale and release back out through the body. Inhale from the feet, ankles, knees, all the way up into the upper legs and hips. And the exhale again relaxes as it releases through the lower portion of the body. The inhale expands through the feet, up through the legs, into the hips, and now relaxes and settles in the center of the pelvis. Inhaling, feeling that wave of energy extending from the lower portion of the body as it makes its way up to the pelvis. And then exhaling, releasing to the pubis bone. Softening here as we inhale back through the lower body. And then exhale, releasing at the tailbone. Inhaling from the feet up. And exhale, releasing the glutes. Inhale, feeling that expansion like a wave, as if you're on the beach, and expands all the way up now to the navel. And releases back down. And as you feel this breath, this wave of energy, like we're on the beach, you're also sinking deeper with every wave of relaxation, allowing the body to be even more relaxed. Inhaling, feeling that wave move through the lower body, all the way up into the abs, to the upper abs above the navel. And the exhale, like a wave, moves back down, relaxing and deepening. Inhale, the wave comes back up. It expands now through the rib cage, the chest, and the shoulders. As it exhales, it releases through the torso, through the lower legs. As we inhale and expand back through the lower body, now all the way into the upper body, into the chest and shoulders, and releasing back down. Now as we inhale, bringing it back up, we're going to pause at the throat space or the throat chakra. As we exhale, this time relax the shoulders, relax the upper arms, continuing to breathe rhythmically with this wave, and just allowing yourself to settle even more, relaxing elbows, relaxing lower arms, softening both wrists. As you relax through the palms of the hands, all 10 fingers release. And now on your next inhale, moving from the fingertips, the toes, moving all the way back to the base of the throat. And as you exhale, relaxing into the back of the body now. Inhaling, feeling the expansion of the front of the body. And on the exhale, feeling the relaxation release through the back of the body. And now starting to feel the breath move through the throat space as it relaxes. Releasing tension at the throat, at the jaw, and the tongue. Allowing your exhale to relax and release you. Now let's bring these inhales starting at the base of the spine. Inhaling from the base of the spine all the way up to the third eye space. And exhaling, releasing all the way back down. Another inhale at the base of the spine, moving all the way up to the head and behind the eyebrows now. As you exhale and release tension from the forehead, from your scalp, allowing the mind to relax here. Allow your inhale now to move through the center of the mind, through the forehead, expanding into the mind. As you exhale, allow all the facial muscles to soften, allowing you to relax, releasing tension. As you come back to the inhale from the base of the spine, all the way up now to the crown of the head, and slightly higher, and then releasing all the way back down to the base of the spine. Inhale, base of the spine, and slightly above the crown. Feeling this energy, exhale, releasing all the way back down to the base of the spine. Continue this breath as it moves up, inhaling through the crown and exhaling all the way back down. As you find this rhythmic breath that moves through all 7 chakras and moving through the entire space of the torso, you still feel the waves of relaxation. You feel the entire length of the spine as you visualize a luminous lotus suspended above the crown of your head. As you take these rhythmic breaths, the breeze of your breath undulates the lotus flower, the petals, as if it has merged with your breath, as if it has merged with your body. Inhaling as if the lotus were drawing life force from the earth beneath you. And exhale the luminous light of the lotus softening through the spine. Allow the breath to be soft and rhythmic, letting go of effort, permitting yourself to soften enough to become receptive to the creative and subtle energies of the merging masculine and feminine energy. Let yourself experience yourself as the container of these 2 merging energies. Slowly coming back to these deeper breaths. As you find you have both feminine and masculine energy from within, as we move back to our one-pointed resolve. I am aware. I am connected. I am complete. I am aware. I am connected. I am complete. I am aware. I am connected. I am complete. And just noticing here while the body and mind are relaxed and the breath. Notice the relaxation and how it feels and the peace that it has brought to your mind. And even the connection from within. Noticing how we feel within. And now gently releasing that as we come back to little bits of movement with the fingers, the hands. Keeping the eyes shut a while longer as we take these gentle little movements into the fingers and toes, possibly even to the head and neck. As we find a little more movement within the body, a little more awareness, you can take that stretch and length and contraction overhead. And as you come back from lengthening, stretching, you're going to come back to a hug, whether it's knees to chest, or maybe just wrapping the arms around the shoulders. If you happen to bring knees into chest, rock side to side here. Maybe your back gets a little bit of massage. And then from there, you're going to find one side or the other in your fetal position. And that's when you want to release and start to open the eyes, take a breath, and press your way back up into center. All right, Yoga Nidra is complete. Thank you. Om Shanti Shanti. And thank you, Jerry, Paula, Mary, Anna, Connie. I know Anna's in someplace else. She's up there with, nice palm trees or something. And then we have Carrie and Sylvia. So thank you for coming. Thank you for those that come online later. Just know I definitely post not just on my site, but it will go to YouTube. I have Amber Rose at YouTube, and it never leaves that station. So you could always find all these on my YouTube station as well as on Facebook, because I know my Facebook might delete about every 30 days from what I understand. So it also goes to YouTube. See you next week.